In this giant box that I have to back up so you can see the whole thing, there's a spectacular handbag. And baby, it's from Chanel. Let's get this box open and see what I got. Stay tuned. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community posts on your YouTube homepage, where I post deals, discount codes, sales, and rare finds related to these beautiful things that we love. Some of you may remember my big luxury shopping haul from last weekend. The shopping haul of the things that I got at the Galleria when Yota was here visiting. Yota Style, I will link her channel below, and I will link her haul video in case you haven't seen that, and I'll link mine in case you haven't seen that. And one of the things I said in that video was that while she was in town and we were at the Galleria, I really wanted to get a bag. I wanted to buy a brand new bag from wherever, some nice luxury store, to celebrate the occasion of her being there, and it would have been really special, and that I just couldn't find anything that I loved enough to spend a few $1,000s on it. I also said, since I usually buy luxury things pre-loved, I had looked on the pre-loved market, and I really wanted to get something new and not something pre-loved because it was like more special to buy it there with her instead of ordering something online. But the whole experience just reinforced, for me at least, I feel like I can get a lot more for my money when I go pre-loved, and this baby is an example of that. This is, I hope, in person, because I haven't seen it in person, a spectacular, very special Chanel handbag. It is a flap bag, but it is not a classic flap because I don't want a classic flap. It's also not another reissue. I'm very excited that I found this bag. I think I got a good price for it, but you know, it's Chanel, it was still expensive. I'm really excited to see it, and I hope that it looks as great as I think it will. So let's get it open. By the way, it's not a big bag, but it is in the giant box. And that's probably because I ordered, like I paid an extra $5 for the gift wrapping. I got this at the Real, by the way. I'm looking for my little knife. Here it is. You pay the extra dollars and they send your item in a black box with a ribbon around it. That's what I've gotten before when I've ordered that gift wrap. And I only ordered that on very special purchases. But I've had things before, I think maybe my turquoise reissue that I paid for the gift wrapping, and it came in a giant box like this, so I'm sure that's the only reason the box is so huge. Here's my receipt. This up so you can see. There's how it looks. It's got some air paper around it, and the box is in a dust bag. That's interesting. Ah, here we go. This box is green. It looks like they have new boxes, and this looks like a magnetic box or something. Oh yes, it's new. They have new, much nicer gift boxes. How nice, and I love that it's green because that's my color. The bag is not green, by the way. Oh my, this is so much prettier than their old boxes. They were just black, and they were sturdy enough that you can save them and use them as storage boxes, but not as sturdy as this. This is like luxury quality box, you know? And then it says, can you see it there? They're real. Love it. I guess I should try to hold it up. It's a little difficult being as big as it is, but I'm a professional. I can manage. Inside here, it does have the magnetic closure up front. Or was it magnetic? No, it's not magnetic. It's got a little tab here that slips in on the underside. Now let's watch. This is a very special moment. Well, maybe not as special as it could have been since the box is in a dust bag. I'm going to fix that. Okay, I fixed it. Let's try this again. Very special moment. Chanel. There we go. Got a Chanel. They have packaged it with some tissue paper pillows. All right, in here, will there be another dust bag? By the way, this is a magnetic box from Chanel, which probably no big deal to many people who are watching, but I've never had one before. Mine are the older style that have the lid that comes off. All right, lifting. It's not in a dust bag, but I think it comes with a dust bag. I have to draw this out. This is very special. I'm going to have to blindly feel around, see if I can find the dust bag. I'm looking. Oh my god, it came with all the stuff. Yay. Okay, where is... Oh, this is great. Okay, I found the dust bag that the bag is supposed to be in. Ooh, I just peeked at the bag. Didn't mean to do that. I'm going to slip the bag into dust bag because we need to go through all this together. Is this supposed to be tied? I would guess it is. I'm gonna tie it. We have to have bows to unbow. Dog sniffing my toe. No, that's a dust bag, never mind. All right, opening the box, take 2. Here we go. Magnetic. We're opening it up. We see black tissue paper. It's amazing. Apparently this is the original tissue paper. It has the little Chanel sticker. So I got the whole kit and caboodle thing here, which is very exciting. Thank you so much to the people who resell and save all this and include that when somebody buys a bag, because it's so appreciated by people like me. I know not everybody cares about that stuff, but it's special when you're somebody that can't afford to go buy something like this brand new at the store. Even buying this pre-loved, it's a lot of money for me, like it is for most people. So it's just really nice to have all the little extra touches. Here is the bag. It came in this Chanel dust bag. Let's see what else is in here, because there are a few things. There's some accordion folded tissue paper back here to keep the bag nice and safe and pretty. In here, I've never had this before. It's some kind of Chanel booklet, so I'll be excited to see what's in there too, or maybe not excited, but interesting. Some Chanel ribbon. It's time for the big reveal. We're untying the Chanel dust bag. Very special moment. We are unfurling, undrawstringing, uncinching, that's the word I'm looking for, the dust bag. Let me make sure that I'm gonna pull it out straight and that you see the front when I pull it out. Are we ready? I was not joking, this bag is spectacular. I hope, because I still haven't seen it, really. I just got a quick glance. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Look. It's sparkly. It is a Chanel flap bag that is, move that out of the way for you, I'll tuck it in the back pocket. It is covered in sequins. There we are, there's the bottom, there's the top. Let me give this a little once over in the light to see if there are any major issues that I notice right away, and then I'll go through the details with you. All right, the condition is about as I expected, which is not perfect. I knew there were a couple little scuffs on it. There are a few more than I knew about, because you know, the RealReal has terrible photos, not enough photos, and terrible descriptions. However, I'm really good with it. Let's look at this again, and I can tell you about the bag and give you some details. I also just learned something about it that I did not know and could not tell from the photographs. And this will be good information if you're interested in trying to find one of these bags for yourself. So here it is. This is the Moonlight on the Water bag from Chanel. The RealReal had this listed as the medium size. I saw a listing for a jumbo as well from another retailer. I will link that below. I also saw a mini from another retailer, and I will link that below. If they're still available, or even if they're not, you can look at them to get an idea of what the other two look like. Now you will notice, or perhaps you can't, I don't know how clear it would be in this image. I don't know if it looks like it's completely covered in sequins or if it doesn't, but in the photographs, I'll step over and put up the listing photo here. You can tell that the top flap is not completely covered in sequins. And I showed this bag to Winnie and Yota before I bought it to get their opinion on it, although really my opinion is the only one that matters because I'm the one buying it. But I still like to get people's opinions, or at least with a purchase like this, I like to have other people look at it and see if they see a flaw that I don't see in the photographs. And by the way, I put those on my big screen, I zoom in and I go over the whole bag. I try to really get a sense of the bag and any flaws and see if I'm okay with it as much as I can before making a purchase like this. So you can see that the top flap is not completely covered in sequins. And Winnie said it looks like it's missing some sequins. And by that point, I had already searched for this bag to see if it was a good price and to see what others were going for and get more information about the Moonlight on the Water bag, which by the way was released in 2011 if I remember correctly, and it was designed under Karl Lagerfeld. The other listings I found showed the same thing with the top flap. It looked like every other part of the bag was completely covered in sequins, but the top flap was designed in a way that it wasn't. And it has some stitching that keeps going with no sequins. I liked that. I thought it was interesting. I also like a bag that's completely covered in sequins. But once we figured out that was normal, we were good. Now that I have it in person, however, I can see that it is not completely covered in sequins everywhere else. Not at all. The sequins, there are a lot of sequins, but it's also kind of sparse. What's taking up the rest of the space, what's it called when you have those grasses that aren't grass, they're like plants and they cover your yard like ivy or something, and ground cover, right? So the cover on this bag is sequins, and then I don't know what the material is, but some kind of fabric thread chenille, maybe? I'm trying to figure out. That's the closest description I could give to it. I was thinking maybe wool. I don't know. It's soft, but whatever it is, it's, or are they tiny sequins? Hold on, let me go in the light again. I'm learning, and it's hard to tell. All right, upon further inspection, scratch the chenille and whatever I just said. It is completely covered in sequins, but quite a few of the sequins are turned over backwards, and one side of them, the side that's facing out, is covered in some kind of fluff that when you rub your fingers over it, it feels really soft, like a chenille. I don't know if I'm describing this well. It's not like flocked, like there's kids stuff that has that fluffy flocking that would come off over time. It's not like that. It seems sturdy, and I guess it is since it's 2011. It has obvious signs of wear, so considering that, it must be sturdy because I don't see any bald spots. But I hope I'm describing that enough that you get some sense of what it is, and that the images that I'm showing you also give you that sense. Let me give you measurements on this so you know what the medium size is, because I don't know how this compares to like a classic flap in those sizes. So the bottom side of the base there is about 9¼ inches. The height is about 6 inches, and then the depth of the bag is 2½ inches. Quick comparison to my Chanel reissued clutch. It is smaller than that bag. The depth on the Moonlight on the water is a little bit deeper. I always think it's helpful to show the bases. So there you go. It's never that helpful to hold them in front of each other because the perspective messes that up, but you can kind of tell there. By the way, this is a leather bag. Underneath all the sequiny stuff, it's black leather. I don't know if it's lambskin. Maybe the paperwork will tell me. It may be. It has the silver hardware. I don't think it's ruthenium. Ruthenium to me, what I've seen of it looks more aged than this, not as shiny. And this is a little darker than what I think of when I think of ruthenium. It does have a little back pocket. I don't think that'll be very useful given the size. And it has the CC turn lock on the front. Now, here's what's so great about this bag is I've been wanting to add a black flap bag from Chanel to my collection, and I've wanted it to have the CC turn lock on it because my other Chanel bags, none of them have that. I have the 2 reissues that have the Mademoiselle lock, and then I have 2 totes like that that don't lock at all. You know, I've been looking at them for a couple years, and when this popped up, I was like, that's the one. Let's get the price out of the way. Chanel flap bags. Not even the classic flap, just the different ones, because there are a ton of different flap bags if you don't know that. This size, in this condition, a lot of them were going for $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Not all, but I'd say the majority. I got this for $3,200. The 2 other listings that I found, I think the mini one, which looked quite a bit smaller than this, was about that same price, but the larger one, the jumbo, I think was $5,000 something. So given all that, I thought this was, relatively speaking, a bargain for a Chanel flap bag. Let's open her up and see what's inside. It is quite soft. I'm gonna guess that this is lambskin. Inside the flap here, I don't know how well that's coming across, but there are a few scuffs, which again, it's from 2011. It's a bag somebody used. I don't mind that. That's going to happen when you use bags with soft leather. Let's check out the chain, do a mod shot with it. It has the 2 grommets, is that what they're called? On either side that are side by side instead of like that. So you can wear it doubled up on your shoulder like this, and this is how that would look on me, just like that. And I like wearing them like that. Or you can have it on the longer chain here, and on my shoulder that would be a good length. It comes down to right there, and let's see if I can do it crossbody. I think I can. That's good to know. I would like the chain to be a bit longer for crossbody because it's right up here. And I don't like the chains to be right up against my neck. That bothers me. So there you go. So it's probably best as a shoulder bag, but if I need to, I can crossbody it for a hands-free moment. Now let's open her up again and see what the inside looks like. And if there are any surprises, Real put a dust bag in here with some air paper. There's a Real tag inside that has a sticker with the barcode and the price on it. And the inside is lined in a fabric, as you can see there. There's nothing on the front of the inside, but on the back there is a large zippered pocket. And on that pocket it has the little tag that says Chanel Made in Italy. There's no weird smell. That's wonderful. And inside the zippered pocket is some paperwork. Let's take a look at that. Oh, here we go. Okay, this tells me more. It says Chanel, and then there's this information inside in French, English, and some Asian characters. This says Chanel has selected a material for this leather article that has a look and feel feel you will love. It has been embroidered by hand. We recommend that you avoid allowing it to come into frequent or prolonged contact with fragile materials. There's also the serial card, and it's a series 15, and this little envelope. I feel like I've seen this before. Yeah, that's care instructions. The tag is inside with the little serial code. Now let's see what's in this booklet. Okay, this one is still wrapped in cellophane. This is not. So open it up and it has 2 pockets. This is all new to me. I don't watch a whole lot of Chanel videos, so I don't know what this is. A little like felt pouch has a piece of cardboard inside, like cardstock. I don't know what that is for. Is it a polishing cloth? Maybe that's what it is. That's probably it. Probably put your hand in there and clean it. Okay, and then there's this little booklet in there. Yes, you may polish any metal parts with the Chanel glove that came with your bag. There you go. This is just care instructions. I think it's the same thing that was in that tiny booklet. Don't know what's in here. Do I open it? I guess it's okay to do that. I want to see if there's anything about this particular bag. Okay, this is interesting. So inside this booklet, there's a card for you to put your name and your date of purchase, the serial number, and the boutique stamp. So none of that has been done. And then there's a place that looks like maybe you'd put a business card. And then it has some black and white photos of Chanel bags being made, which is pretty cool. I'll show you close-ups of a couple of these. Ooh, how about that one? There's an example of one of the photos. A reissue. There's some bags. Pieces of leather. It's a cool little book. And then what's in the back of it? Information about the iconic handbag. Well, nice. I'm glad I opened that up. That was worth it. I'm also happy to say that I am glad I purchased this bag. I'm impressed with it. The beauty, the quality, the specialness of it. I'll give you another little spin here so you can see it in its glory once again. It's really beautiful. Please let me know what other videos you would like on this bag. I didn't do a what fits, so we could do that. We could compare it to the clutch, to the reissue, whatever. By the way, if you're worried about sequins, if you think the sequins are pretty but you're worried about them and spending that much money, this bag from Longchamp, it's a Le Pliage extra small size, absolutely covered in sequins, even more than the Chanel bag has. This is the bag that convinced me that sequins are okay, and they're also not that much to worry about, and they go from day to night. It can be an everyday bag. It doesn't have to be a special occasion bag. So if you like the sequins, you like the idea of having a luxury bag with sequins, maybe the Fendi baguette, maybe a Chanel bag, whatever, but you're not sure about them, see if you can find a more inexpensive bag. This one is difficult to find, but you can find another sequin bag. Try that out for a bit, see if you're comfortable with it. Because I don't know that I would have purchased this if I didn't already have that experience with the sequins and knew that I really enjoyed them. Well, thank you so much for watching and sharing this with me. This is a very special unboxing, very big purchase for me, and I appreciate that you guys are here to share that with me. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.